You sit down to work. Another notification. 5 minutes later, you're scrolling again. Why? Because your brain has been hijacked. But there's a way to fix it, and fast. If you feel like your brain has completely forgotten how to focus, you're not alone. There's actual science behind why concentration feels impossible today. And more importantly, there are proven methods to get your focus back. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why your brain struggles to concentrate, and walk you through a simple technique that's been scientifically proven to sharpen your focus. Plus, I'll share 3 bonus methods that can transform how your mind works. And at the end of this video, I'll show you how these techniques stack together to create what productivity pros call a flow loop. So, stick around. Let's dive in. Here's what's really happening in your brain. Every time you get a notification, check social media, or even glance at your phone, your brain gets a hit of dopamine. That's your pleasure chemical. Stanford addiction expert Dr. Anna Lemke calls smartphones the modern-day hypodermic needle, because we're essentially getting tiny digital drug hits all day long. Your brain evolved to seek these rewards, but now we're in an all-you-can-eat buffet of stimulation. The result? Normal activities like reading or working feel boring by comparison. Your brain is literally craving its next digital fix. But here's where it gets worse. You probably think multitasking makes you more productive, right? Wrong. Your brain isn't actually multitasking. It's rapidly switching between tasks. And every single switch costs you mental energy. Psychologists describe attention like a spotlight. When you try to split it, each area gets only dim light. When you jump from checking email to working on a project to answering a text, your brain has to constantly disengage and reboot. Scientists call this attention residue. Part of your mind stays stuck on the previous task, making you slower and sloppier on the next one. Research shows multitasking can reduce your productivity by up to 40%. Think of it like having too many browser tabs open in your brain. Everything slows down. Add in the fact that the average person checks their phone over 80 times a day, and you can see why sustained focus feels impossible. We've created an environment that's toxic to concentration. But here's the good news. Once you understand what's happening, you can fix it. The simplest and most effective technique to reclaim your focus. This is called the Pomodoro Technique. It was developed in the 1980s by Francesco Cirillo. And it works because it aligns with how your brain naturally functions. Here's how it works. Set a timer for 25 minutes. And work on one task with complete focus. When the timer goes off, take a 5-minute break. That's one Pomodoro. After 4 cycles, take a longer 15 to 30-minute break. Why does this work so well? Your brain's attention naturally operates in cycles. By working in short, intense bursts, you're leveraging your natural focus peaks and giving your mind a rest before it hits fatigue. It's like doing sprints instead of trying to run a marathon. You push hard, then recover. A 2023 study in the British Journal of Educational Psychology proved this works. Students who took systematic, timed breaks stayed more focused, felt less fatigued, and accomplished just as much in less time, compared to students who took breaks whenever they felt like it. The Pomodoro Technique also destroys procrastination because it gives your mind a finish line every 25 minutes. Instead of facing an overwhelming project, you're just committing to 25 focused minutes. Anyone can do that. Here's how to implement it right now. First, pick one task, turn off all notifications, and close everything on your computer except what you need. Set a 25-minute timer and go all in. No checking messages, no quick social media peeks, just pure focus on that one thing. When the timer rings, reward yourself with a 5-minute break, stretch, grab coffee, check your phone if you want, but only for those 5 minutes. Then, start another Pomodoro. Many people find that as the timer ticks down, they actually enter a flow state. Ever start cleaning your room, and suddenly you're 3 hours deep in a full spring purge? That's the same flow state Pomodoro unlocks. Except now you're channeling it into your most important work. Try this today with just one Pomodoro. You'll be amazed at how much you accomplish in 25 minutes of true concentration. If you're still watching, you're already ahead of most people. This next part is where the real breakthroughs happen. Method number 1, mindfulness meditation. Think of meditation as a gym workout for your attention span. When you practice mindfulness, you're training your brain to notice when it wanders and bring it back to focus. This is literally building your concentration muscle. Harvard researchers found that after just 8 weeks of short daily meditation, people showed significant improvements in attention, memory, and emotional control. Brain scans even revealed increased density in areas responsible for focus. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Sit quietly, focus on your breathing, and when your mind wanders, because it will, gently bring it back. Each time you redirect your attention, you're doing a mental rep that makes you stronger. Method number 2, single tasking. This is the opposite of multitasking, and it's a game changer. When you have an important task, commit to doing only that until you finish or reach a natural stopping point. Author Cal Newport calls this deep work, eliminating distractions and diving into cognitively demanding tasks. After about 15 to 20 minutes of sustained focus, you often break through to a flow state, where you produce your best work. Here's the key. Make focus the path of least resistance. Clear your desk. Use website blockers. Put your phone in another room. Remember, even having your phone visible, silent, and face down reduces your available brain power, because part of your brain is actively working to ignore it. Method number 3, digital detox, sometimes called dopamine fasting. This means taking breaks from highly stimulating activities to let your brain's reward system reset. It could be a few hours without screens in the evening, or a full day offline on weekends. Initially, this feels uncomfortable. You might feel anxious or fear missing out. But after that initial discomfort, Many people report feeling genuinely free when you return to normal activities. Things like reading or working don't feel boring anymore because your brain isn't oversaturated with stimulation. Try starting small. No devices after 8 p.m. one night a week, or a device-free Sunday morning once a month. Your brain is incredibly adaptable. The same organ that's been conditioned to crave constant stimulation can be retrained to find deep focus rewarding. Here's what you can do right now. Start with the Pomodoro Technique. Just one 25-minute focused session today. Put your phone in another room. Close distracting tabs and pick one task. Set that timer and experience what real focus feels like. Add in a few minutes of daily mindfulness practice. Try single tasking on your most important work. And schedule some time away from digital distractions. Every time you successfully focus on one thing, you're building that concentration muscle. Small steps lead to big changes. The modern world might be designed to fracture your attention. But with these proven methods, you can take back control. Remember those tabs in your brain? Every time you use these methods, you're not just closing them, you're giving your mind a clean slate to actually think again. And here's that flow loop I promised. Start with one Pomodoro session. Add 5 minutes of mindfulness. Then single task your most important work while keeping your phone in another room. This combination creates a reinforcing cycle where each technique amplifies the others, building unstoppable focus momentum. What technique will you try first? Let me know in the comments. And if this helped you, hit that like button and subscribe. Next week, we're breaking down how to build a daily routine that rewires your brain for productivity. Don't miss it.